Hi guys, I haven't talked to you about student loan and student loan debt in a while. Did you catch Uncle Bernie, aka Bernie Sanders' Superbowl tweet yesterday? He was not happy that SoFi had put out a $625 million ad in the Super Bowl game, and he's like, what's up with the student loan debt? Did you get the email from the U.S. Department of Education about in the next month or so you should be seeing big changes on your student loan servicers? No? All right, we're going to talk about all of it. Stay tuned. Okay, let's start off with Bernie Sanders' tweet about the Super Bowl. But first, let's talk about I didn't even watch the Super Bowl, right? I watched the Super Bowl halftime show with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Eminem. Who else was on there? Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I was jamming. I didn't even watch the game, right? I was excited about the Super Bowl, but that's aside from what else was going on. I usually watch the Super Bowl commercials and the Super Bowl halftime. So let's talk about the Super Bowl commercials. So SoFi, which is a student loan consolidation, a private consolidation company, paid $625 million to put an ad in the Super Bowl because it's like the most watched game or show on television, because they want people to actually consolidate with them, a private loan servicer, and to get more money, right? So Bernie Sanders is watching the game like everybody else, and he's like, okay, so they have $625 million worth of marketing budget to put out for this. Where is the money to actually put out to forgive these student loans? Forgive student loans, Biden, you can do it. That's what basically Bernie Sanders was saying. And so we'll see in the next couple of months as we start approaching the time for people to pay back their student loans, whether we see any changes. Like, is Biden going to defer again? Is he going to say, no, people have to pay? Is he going to forgive a portion of it, a certain dollar amount? I'm interested to see. Comment below. What do you think is going to happen in the next couple of months? Because I know people are kind of waiting with bated breath, like, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? I don't want to pay it back. I don't want to pay it back, right? And we kind of don't know. But as you can see, Bernie Sanders has been consistent in saying, like, it needs to be forgiven. And I don't know if there's a dollar amount because everybody has different amounts that, you know, they hold. But Bernie Sanders is basically saying some kind of forgiveness needs to happen. He's like, you see these big companies? They got all this money to put out to get people to come to them. We need to use our resources to actually forgive. So I'm not mad at Bernie Sanders because he's always been there for people looking to have forgiveness done. So I'm interested to see kind of what's going to happen in the next couple of months. Okay, in the same vein, as far as student loan debt is concerned, I got a recent email. I don't know if you guys got the same email from the U.S. Department of Education, which is in control of all the student loan debt. And then they actually divvy it out to student loan services, right? So I told you to make sure your information was up to date because I get the most recent emails. So they sent me an email and I put it in the side. I don't know which side I'm putting it on. I'm going to put it on the screen, but basically it was saying that in the next month or so, you should see some changes as far as your payment count going up. Any forgiveness that's going to happen. They've been putting in overtime. They said, please do not clog up the phone lines by calling in. Log into your student loan servicing account and you'll see any progress that's been made. I know people have been commenting in my other videos like, did you see anything happen? I got the email, but I didn't see anything after that. If you log into your student loan servicing account, so I have Fed loans right now until they change over. There's a big banner at the top because I had submitted my annual employer certification form. There's a banner at the top that says we are working on it. So if you had submitted your form and you got the banner, then you know they have received it. In my little inbox, it shows that they received it, then they're working on counting the payments. They also said they're working on the waiver that's been going on. It expires this October. So the waiver, basically, if you haven't watched other videos, a high level account of it is if you have student loan accounts that perhaps didn't count before, your payments could possibly count now during this time of waiver, right? So they also have a banner that talks about we're trying to figure out the best way to implement the U.S. Department of Education's memo about this temporary waiver. We are, aware of everything that's going on. Be patient with us, right? Because they're being inundated. They actually are forgiving stuff, right? So I have people that came back to the videos like, guess what? I got an email saying that my stuff was forgiven. I don't have student loan debt anymore. So they are working on things. So people don't give up, because I have people coming back and telling me all the time, and I'm so excited for them because I'm like, yay! So keep putting your paperwork in like you're supposed to. Don't necessarily call to get the same information that you perhaps can get if you log on to the website. Keep that in mind when you're saying like, oh, nobody picked up the phone, because they are inundated with a lot of information, and they're probably not going to tell you anything more than what you can get online as well. I know some people are always asking me questions about whether what I'm talking about applies to private loans, and it does not. It does not apply to private loans. If you have SoFi, which is that lender that I told you, that consolidation company I mentioned at the beginning of the video, they may be a good resource if you want to consolidate your private loans and get a lower interest rate. I'm not endorsing them or saying one way or another because I don't personally work with them. But what I talk about on this channel in regards to the loan forgiveness is specifically for federally backed loans, not for privately held loans. So keep that in mind. And if you are interested in going to school and you have the choice of doing federally backed loans or private loans, weigh the pros and cons, because there are pros and cons to everything, right? So weigh the pros and cons to see which one is more beneficial for you. Okay, I'll make sure I hop on here when I hear anything new. Hopefully we'll have some new information in the next coming months or the next month or so to say whether we're going to see any changes, whether we have to start paying things back. If so, start getting ready so that, you know, when it comes, you don't have to get ready, you already be ready. All right, see you in the next video.